Hello friends, welcome to Squared Plans. I'm Stephanie and today we're going to be doing a flip through of my 2021 health planner. So I'm going to go through the entire planner from start to finish, January through December, and show you all of my completed spreads as well as my monthly layouts and maybe an insert or two if I come across one. So if that sounds good, let's jump in. So first thing is that I DIY'd my planner last year using some inserts from my shop, this cover from the Happy Notes, and some metal rainbow discs that I had in my stash. Just kind of put it all together. I believe these were like some of the last things I had available to me because I don't think I would normally put rainbow discs with a cover like this. But that said, it's on there, and yeah, that's probably how it will stay unless I decide I need these discs in the future. So the very first thing in this planner is my key for my medications and for my supplements and things that I take for my chronic illness. You'll see these symbols throughout my planner on my monthly spread, and I just use that to help me keep track of anything that I was taking medicine-wise, or like I said, for my health, in order to see if there was any improvement with my chronic allergies and asthma and all that good stuff. So I have that key in there and I can move it in and out each month so that I always had it there for reference. And we get into the very first month, which is January, and I DIY these dividers as well back in 2020 at the end, getting ready for 2021. They're just made out of some cardstock that I had in my stash. So like I said, I used a printable from my shop for my health planner last year. I used the combined planner from my shop, the health combined planner. And here is the first month. So for the very first month, I did a little bit more decorating than you'll see. It kind of tapers off here and there, but for the monthly spreads, I tend not to decorate too much because it is so text heavy. I use that top half here for, like I said, those symbols that I showed you in the beginning for my meds and supplements. And then I journal below it a little bit about how I'm feeling each day, just kind of tracking what might be affecting my chronic illness or if I have any other issues. Just more like a little health snippet of the day, and take a look at how I'm feeling each day and what might be affecting me for the day. I also most of the time put a couple of goals here in the sidebar for the month, and then just some random stickers here and there depending on how I feel for the month, how I want to decorate or not decorate. So this is how January turned out. I did the very first couple of days of January back in my 2020 planner, so this is the first week of the month for January, and I did a rainbow spread. I like how it turned out. This was me trying to get back into working out. It was the beginning of 2021, and COVID was already on the scene and everybody was kind of getting COVID fatigue, so I had gained some weight and I was trying to get back on track at the beginning of the month, and it started out not too bad. I was pretty diligent about how I was working out at that time. So for the monthly layout, for the weekly layout, what I like to do is have my food log on the page each day, and then I also track my total calories. I'll have an area of decor, usually in one of the boxes or both. You'll see sometimes they'll be mixed together. I have my activity box, which is usually actually at the top, but I think I flipped it on this very first one to try some different things. So whatever workout I do for the day, I like to track that, as well as the time I spent and the calories that I burned during that workout. And then finally, I always like to include a snippet of my stats for the day. So I usually fill this out the day after it happens. So Monday I will go through and fill out all of the items, like either, on my watch or whatever, we'll keep track of my stats, or I'll do the workouts. And then on Tuesday morning, I'll go back, look at how I did the previous day and write it all in. So I'm kind of like always a day behind on my weeklies for my health. It's more of a tracker as opposed to a planner. But I do some techniques to help me plan ahead. For example, if I know I want to do some workouts, I'll use some sticky notes on the days and put what workout I plan to do, and then as I do them, I will replace the sticky notes with the actual statistics and things that I achieved through that workout at that time. I also like to track my water usage, and then I oftentimes will have a set of habit trackers on my sidebar. So my layout really doesn't change, or as far as the info that I'm tracking doesn't really change too much from week to week. I do tend to track the same type of habits for the most part, always tracking my water stats, what I ate, calories, and activities. But I do try to mix it up with lots of different styling of stickers and decor just to make things a little bit fun and more enjoyable to be in. That said, that's kind of like the overview, and then I'll go a little bit faster through the spread so you can just kind of see what I did from week to week as far as decor and how I filled it out. So here's the next week, and for this week I did more of a combined decor / workout area at the top. And then this is a little bit more my normal, where I have my nutrition in my food log in the nutrition section here, and then activity will be where my stats are. Again, tracking my habits here. I do like to add a little bit of weekly goals here in the sidebar, so I have that in there, as well as my water. And then, yeah, just the regular decor, whatever I decide on each week. This one was a really popular spread. It was a little bit different from some of the others that I normally do. I used some washi in the background and some kind of bold circle stickers that I had with some other black washi and gray-green washi that I had. And this one turned out really cute. It was very kind of contrast. The contrast is really high, so people really liked the way that this turned out. And I did too. I was very fun to be in for the week. And then on this one, I did a little bit more of a vegetable kind of get healthy, eat healthy style spread, which I thought turned out really cute as well. A little bit unconventional with the color scheme, with the greens and then the oranges and reds, but I thought it turned out really cute. At the back of each of the months, what I decided to do was to take this dot grid notes page that's included in all of my combined planners and use it for a habit tracker, but for my monthly stats. So I just do it kind of bullet journal style, and I keep it pretty consistent throughout the year. I only just change the color scheme each month, and then, you know, the goals versus the stats and everything I just fill in right at the end of the month. Kind of compare what I did from the previous month in this column here. So my stats were up, this one was up, my sleep hours were up in January. But if anything else was down, you know, I can kind of tell that I was down on most of the things. I do my monthly totals at the top, so this is like overall for the month. And then I do my averages for each day, which can vary depending on how many days of the month there is. So it does make a difference. So I do like to track those items as well. I will underline anything where I met my goals for the month. So if my stats actually met the goals, that's great, even if it did not do better than the month before, if that makes sense. It's kind of how I use this. And then at the bottom is kind of a progress report. So I just look through and see how many goals I met in total, what I did good, what I did bad, and then how to improve on the next month. So that was January, and now we get into February. And for February, it looks like I did a faith and fitness challenge. I do remember this, so I had combined my faith monthly layout, which was every month in my faith, I like to tackle some kind of challenge for myself. And for this month, I actually had done a fitness challenge and a faith challenge. It was a combined challenge. So what I did was the faith part of things I kept in my faith, And then for the fitness, I did a special sheet here. This sheet came from the Healthy Hero Happy Planner when they did the Happy Girl line for Healthy Hero. So I had these in my stash, and it's just a nice way to track fitness things for a month. And I wrote in all of the different things I needed to do each day so I wouldn't forget, because it was kind of a complicated system. You had to definitely check and see what you were supposed to be doing day by day. So I did that. This is a really good challenge. It definitely got me moving, which I really needed in the beginning of the year, just kind of get out of the COVID funk. And yeah, so I finished that and turned out good. And then I still have the back page in case I want to use it again. So that was for February. So I was doing that along with my normal routine. And then I have my February monthly overview. And it's the same from month to month, like I said, for the entire year. I really did not change this format much because it's been working for me. I like that I have a little summary snippet of how I was feeling each day. I did use a lined monthly for this for the entire month, so a little bit different than what you get straight out of the box from my insert of the combined planner. But this is available in my shop as well if you want to replace out any of your monthlies like that. So I did use a line just to make it a little bit neater to write in things. Again, my symbology for my different meds and supplements, some goals, and then just some basic stickers and stuff. I really don't think too hard on this. I just put down some stickers and move forward. So that's how this one turned out. So this is the next week, the very first week of February, and I remember this one. This one was inspired by EJ Joyful Plans. She did like a long box in the middle. I liked that idea, so I kind of rolled with it and did my own take on that. And I think it turned out great. It worked well to bring some decor in and also have a place to track the workouts I was doing. I, again, was tracking my habits here. I was tracking if I did the challenge that I showed you earlier so that I would keep track of what days I did all the things I had to do. Food log, stats, same setup for everything else. And for this week, I tracked when I was eating because I think I was trying to focus in a little bit more on my intermittent fasting and just seeing when I was breaking my fast each day. So this was the Valentine's week, and I think that this one was really cute. I'm not too much of a Valentine's girl, but I thought this was a non-traditional take on Valentine's Day using the Mickey and Minnie. And I like the color scheme a lot. It really kept me energized. Bright colors, always good in my health planner. Let's see. So I have my workouts. You'll see as we go through towards the end, my workouts kind of trail off, but in the beginning was planning for 2 workouts a day because that was always the goal. I used to do 2 workouts a day before COVID hit, and it's just tapered off almost to nothing. So yeah, there's definitely room for improvement, but in general, I try to prepare for 2 workouts at least in the beginning of the year, as you'll see. And this one was cute. This one was definitely for the Plannable Challenge theme for the week, which was, I believe, Cold Hands, Warm Heart. Did almost an all pen spread with a few decor items here and there, but a lot of it was penned. I also had printed my own stickers this week, so that was really nice, but I kind of liked the contrasting pages where I was doing like one color on one side and then one color on the other, almost like a split spread. It turned out really cute. Limited color palette and everything, but I still liked it. And yeah, again, not really that different from how I normally set it up, but just a little bit different feel with the stickers and decor. And this week I did more of like a farmhouse feels type of week with the farmhouse florals. I ended up using this bottom section more for decor on this one, so I moved those stat stickers up. but the rest of it is pretty standard with the workouts here and my food log here. Again, some goals and things, habits on the sidebar. And here is my monthly health stats page for February. Decided with pink on this one, just kind of seasonal colors usually is what I lean towards for this page. But I keep it simple, one color, one mild liner usually, and one black pen. Trace it out just like bullet journal style. And this was a really good month for me. I think that challenge really helped push me over the edge on my goals. So I really got in a lot more than I would normally do and really met all of my goals for the month. So that was really great. So next we're getting into March. And again, I just kind of threw this guy together. I don't do any plan with me's on this page because, like I said, it just kind of depends on how I'm feeling. And I will just whip this up in like 10 or 15 minutes before the month starts so I'm ready to go. And yeah, nothing else really changed on this. Still tracking the different meds and things and how I was feeling each day. So this was the first week in March, and this is where I was really trying to get into a routine again. I was really like starting a new health plan. I feel like you're going to hear this a lot because I have a lot of starts but not follow through on these, but I did create this cute insert here for me to kind of help track what I was going to be eating and the exercise routines that I was going to do. So here I was including some training workouts, some strength training along with cardio, and then trying to eat a little bit better. Some of my go-to 21-day fix style menu items that I used to eat a lot more when I was doing the 21-day fix. And I also do 21-day fix vegan, so I was really trying to hone in on my eating habits as well. I did, I think, okay, but I don't think I did great with the eating because donuts, donuts, my favorite thing, really sabotaged me. But I did at least start in on the workouts, which was a good thing. I really want to add in more strength training in 2022, and I tried again in 2021 here, as you can see. And then I just had some of my go-to info here on those things that I was eating, just so that I could easily see it at a glance. This is good. I think I'm going to have to remember that this is in here. I might need to break it out again. So this was the second week of March, and this one I think was maybe Womankind or maybe Babes Support Babes. That might have been it, or Planner Babe, something about that. It was something about women because I think it was National Women's Day. So I did the squad girls on this one, and that one was really cute. I liked the color coding a lot with the kind of coloring each day. You'll see that throughout. I really like to do kind of alternative rainbow spreads, if you will, with different color schemes, but still kind of in a rainbow feel. Simple but good. You will see this across a lot of the pages. That is when I broke my fast for the day. And usually I try to go to 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. depending how late in the year it is. I kind of pushed it up to 2, but I was doing 3 p.m. was my goal. So I have that in there, as well as the total calories and everything that I eat. I rein this in a little bit if you guys are interested in intermittent fasting at all. I used to have coconut milk with my coffee, just a little bit, but enough that it was to taper my appetite. And I did that in the beginning because I first started intermittent fasting with keto. And keto kind of gives you a little bit more leeway with the fasting and adding in fat, but I take that off later down the road as the year progresses and get a little more strict with my intermittent fasting. But anyway, so that's how this week turned out. And then this next week, I decided to do an avocado spread here, just kind of avocado themed with some diagonal floating avocados. I remember thinking when I saw this that it kind of looked like blood cells, green blood cells. And then somebody else said green eggs and ham when I posted it. But yeah, once you see the green blood cells, you can't unsee them. It's like a stream of blood across the page. But I did like this theme as far as the colors and everything was good, and it was a nice change, this diagonal spread on a health spread, since it's a little bit harder to work around with the boxes kind of predefined and how much information I normally like to put in. So it's kind of a different spread, and it turned out great for being a little bit unusual. So the next week I just did a standard Happy Plans Planner Babe layout or theme. And again, not much change on this one. Always trying to plan for those double workouts, at least in the beginning until I gave up on it. I'm hoping to bring that back in 2022. Still tracking habits and getting myself some goals in the sidebar, but yeah, this one was pretty simple as far as the color scheme, just lots of bright colors, and that helps a lot of times with the energy. And this is the monthly stats for March and how that page turned out. Again, kind of color scheming it with the seasonal theme, so like green and shamrocks going with March. Nothing really new, same setup, just the goals for the month and how they turned out. So that was the end of March, and now we get into April. And here's how April turned out. This one, I for some reason did not highlight the top sections at all. I was having a little bit of trouble with my asthma in early April, so I ended up having a lot more medical things that I was trying to keep track of. And overall though, same setup. I really wanted to focus in this month, but then of course, every time I try to focus, there's some kind of health crisis. You'll see that that goes hand in hand with me trying to get my life together for some reason. But anyway, you just gotta keep going and plug through and make it happen, even in the worst of circumstances. So we're going to try again in 2022. This was the first week, and it was a rainbow theme. I don't remember if this was a plannable challenge or not, but I think it might have been. I had just gotten the rainbow, I want to say Rainbow Dreams sticker book. I think that's right. And I kind of combined that with the Cool to Be Kind sticker book, made these into like little clouds, if you will, with the rainbows coming in. And again, a rainbow theme. Really liked it. This one was really fun. I toned down how many workouts I was doing because I was having those asthma issues. I did do 2 on this day, but for the most part I had started planning for only 1 and trying to work on my fasting a little bit more. So that's how that turned out. This one was using the Pressed Florals sticker book, which I really like that sticker book, surprisingly. I used it a lot when I got it, and I really wasn't sure I was even going to buy it in the beginning, but once I started using it, I really saw its potential. Definitely be breaking that back out here in the spring. I do feel like it's a spring sticker book. But so I kind of took the color scheme off of this large quote here and worked that in throughout the spread, and I think this one turned out really good. Did do a couple of double workouts. I mean, April feels so far away now, but I'm looking at it and I'm like, I need to do better. I need to get my act together. Starting to feel a little convicted about my slacking right now. Anyway, so that's how this spread turned out. And this one was using a planner kit I had gotten from Coco Daisy. And it was really cool. They have a lot of neat items, really great for memory keeping, but even they have some planner stickers that I was able to use and a couple of sheets that they kind of got into early last year for planners that I modified and brought in some extra color here on the spread. So I think that really turned out extra cute as far as the color scheme. I liked the blue. I also got this great washi from Daiso. It just came in perfectly to fill up the top here with some like clouds, and I like this one a lot actually. This one here, I felt like I wanted to do a like workout at home kind of theme, lots of plants and then some workout gear spread around. Just trying to get into that work from home, workout from home life, home gym life, and lots of green and black. And I think this was a really good color scheme. Definitely had that health feel to it. For this one, it might have been a plannable challenge, I cannot remember, but I definitely was into trying some watercolor on this week. And so I watercolored the sun, which came out okay, could have been better. The rain came out pretty good, and then the puddle came out okay as well. Kind of wish I would have planned around it a little bit better for the clear sticker boots, but I kind of like this rain or shine style spread with the blue and the yellow. The color scheme was really good. Had lots of washi brought in, and it was just fun to experiment with some watercolors in the planner. I use HP 32 premium 32 paper that I print my printables on, so it's a little bit thicker than Happy Planner paper, but not super thick. It's probably around 120 GSM. A lot of the bullet journal pages that people, actually paint on or watercolor on are much thicker. They're more like 180 GSM. So this is kind of an in-between. There is a little bit of warping on the page, but I don't think it's anything really detrimental to the design. So just keep that in mind if you're going to try some watercolor in your planner, that you do want to check your paper and how well it absorbs the watercolor itself before you go full out and do a whole watercolor theme. And again, my monthly stats for April, used yellow for this week. Yeah, I think, everything was looking pretty good. Back in the beginning, doing 5 goals, 6 goals a month. Stay tuned to see how that doesn't happen in the next few months. So anyway, but yeah, just same setup, nothing really changed there. I do use an app called HealthView for these for these stats. It makes it a lot easier to read them. I have an Apple Watch, as you can see in pretty much every video. So I wear it all the time, I even wear it to bed so that I can track my sleep. And it just helps to have a place on my phone that just kind of condenses all of the data that it collects into really easy to see and digest information. So that app really does a good job. I feel like the Apple Health app really doesn't do that great of a job for that information. So having that HealthView app is really great. It really makes it easier to find like these daily averages and these monthly totals at a glance. I didn't have it for like a week when they made an update and had changed their model from a buy at one time to a subscription model, and that made a huge difference to how I was trying to find the information that I wanted. So I was really disappointed, but then I found out that they reinstated my status so that I could get access to everything again. But now the app is a subscription model based app, which I'm not a fan of. I don't know how you guys feel about this. This is a little side note, but I feel like everything's going subscription based, and I understand why they're doing it, but I just miss the days where you could buy something and own it. You know what I mean? And it was yours forever. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but they just keep getting your money every month, and so it's just nice when you have a set price, you know what you're going to be paying for, and you buy it and it's yours, But anyway, So long story short, that's the app I use to get these stats, and it's really helpful for seeing what you need to see and getting to the information quickly and easily. So next we have May, and here I did a little bit of a rainbow theme. I think I just picked up the household sticker book and used it for a spread, which you'll see here in May, and used the flowers in there. There's some flower icons, probably supposed to be for gardening, but I don't garden. So I decided to use them here and kind of get a rainbow spread going with those, and that turned out really good for being somewhat simple. Gave myself some goals, and again, tracking just how I was feeling every day and the meds and supplements. So summer was approaching and I was getting into that colorful mode. So again, just kind of focusing in on some rainbow spreads, some colorful spreads. This one, I think I used some random stickers from one of the Color Story sticker books and did like I said, a rainbow spread. Nothing really changes from week to week as far as what I'm tracking. That's all the same. I did end up using some old stat stickers I had in my stash that were kind of mismatched and eclectic, and I just kind of made them work with this rainbow spread so that I could use them up the finals of those stat stickers. I use these a lot in 2020. Yeah, in 2020 and in 2019. I just had a few left, but I wanted to use them up, so I found a place to use them here on this spread. And then this one, I got kind of more of a serene look to it, almost more springy, I would say, with the softer colors and the pastels. I color coded each day, so each day kind of went with a certain color, but kept it in this kind of warm pinks and purples color scheme. And I thought it turned out really good. It was very simple with one little squad girl there. But yeah, just again, kind of dreaming of summertime and the change in the weather and getting ready for that. So this was my birthday week. I did something similar in my daily as well, using some washi tape to make candles, and then I also used some washi tape to make some balloons. This was a really fun one. I really liked how the washi candles turned out. I might pull that back out again this year. Really liked the result of that. I paired it with some stickers from, I think this is Happy Plants was the sticker book that those came out of. Again, that was a newer sticker book at the time, and put it all together here. As you can see, my workouts start to dwindle into single workouts and then almost no workouts. So there was some definite drop off near the later half of the year. And again, just into those rainbow feels for May and the beginning of summertime. I think this might have been maybe another plannable challenge. I want to say maybe summertime something, or summer, it's not summer blues, it would have been something like, oh, neon summer or something like that. Anyway, I really like how this turned out. Love rainbow themes in my health planner. They always just, again, bring that energy. Used up some really random stickers that I wouldn't normally use and pair together, but I was kind of combining health stickers and summertime stickers together, just kind of giving those summer feels, but also creating that rainbow across the spread. And it made it fun to look at. And this was for my May health stats. Again, it's kind of going with a color scheme that I feel matched with the seasonal theme. Dropped down to 3 goals met for the month. I think this had more to do with the health issues I was having with my asthma and things, and then just kind of getting tired. Just getting tired. Still in the COVID thing, so I know things were picking up, but I also got kind of busy in April and then into May, and that makes it a little bit harder for me to focus in on my health. So anyway, that's how that turned out. Again, same setup as before. Now we're into June, and June has a donut day, so I was doing, I think, my planning for my donut day spread and had some donut washi that I thought I might be able to use here on the monthly just to add some donut feels. Brought in the pink and the green as my color scheme going for the month with the goals, but again, everything else is pretty much the same as far as what I was tracking. And then yes, here is my donut day spread. I used some washi tape in the background for kind of like a confetti sprinkles donuts type things feel. This washi tape has a little bit of a waxy texture to it, so the stickers, I remember, still I can see them kind of trying to lift a little bit off the page. I think I went back and added more of that washi after the fact, so if you watch the video, I think I only put maybe 1 strip or 2 strips on it, and I went back and made the whole thing confetti-like in the end, and I think that turned out better. I felt like it balanced a little bit better when I did that adjustment. And then of course I've got my donuts mixed in here with some different stickers that I had just for fun, and also trying to bring in the health aspect of it, not being overly donut focused. Let's see, yeah, so I did have my workouts at the top again. Everything else is pretty much the same. Not really anything different as far as content tracked. And then this was a little bit different. It's a little bit more minimal for me, but I liked it a lot. I wanted to use these planters for a while, but I didn't really know how best to use them. Brought in some inking techniques that you'll see in my daily planner as well around this time. I tried some different things, and I liked how this looked a little bit like kind of thrown dirt on the page, potting soil. That's the theme I was going for, at least, with these like little splotches of brown color. And then just added in some simple washi, kind of kept it into the brown, purples, and greens throughout the spread, and just gave it a little bit of a different feel, which I really liked actually. So for this one, I did a green and orange theme. This one was based off of some of these larger stickers that I punched out of one of the recipe books that I had. It's like a recipe accessory book, I think. Since I don't really use those bigger box stickers as is very often, I thought I would try punching them and just see what came out, and I really liked the style. Paired it with some really cute washi, but again kind of limited the color scheme to the oranges and the greens, adding a little bit of texture, and I thought it turned out really great. Again, I was back to trying to get my workouts back up, so I started walking more and doing more workouts, so hopefully I can get that going again soon. This one was fun. This one was the Wellness Warrior sticker book that I think I had picked up on clearance. I really liked the color scheme in there. It's a little bit more wellness focused, but I was able to pull it in and then also add in a little bit more texture with just like a Tombow dual tip pen, using like the fine liner tip, and just add in a little bit more dots because the stickers had some already on them, so I just kind of continued that texture throughout. I think it turned out really great. Did a little bit of a collage at the bottom this time instead of the stats, so kind of flipped that a little bit, and yeah, I thought this one was a good one as well. And here's how the June stats came out. Again, just one color and some pen work, basically like a bullet journal style. I was keeping up pretty well in the beginning of the year. Now I'm looking back to drop off when I get busy, but meeting 5 goals is a good thing, so I hope I can keep that going. And now we're into July. And this one I absolutely hated. You guys, I started doing it and I immediately regretted it after I'd done it, but it was already done and I didn't want to start over, so I just kind of let it roll. But I had these stickers with a red background, which I hate stickers that have a predetermined background. It always just messes things up for me. So I prefer it to be either on white or clear, and let me figure it out from there. So I had these stickers, and I think I was looking for my Christmas in July stash to do one for July spread, and saw these, and I thought, well, maybe I could pull them in here. Hated this spread, just hated it. So I could not wait to turn the page. But I still used it, like I said, and got everything written in here that I normally do with my goals. And anywho, that's how how the month turned out. Here is how the first week turned out in July. This one was fun. This one was a little bit of a different take. One thing I know I would have liked to have done instead of how I did was actually trim off these middle two borders so that the circles would line up right up against the line and change color right at the line. Wish I would have done that. But aside from that, the idea of it turned out really good. I liked having this kind of rainbow theme and the cups and everything moving across. Another thing that would have been really cool is, again, like to match up the sticker, so as it crossed the line you would have the continuation of the cup per se, but it would have been orange on this side of it. That would have been cool. Would have took me even longer than this one took me, which took me a while if I recall. It depends on how much you really want to put in, but overall the effect is still really great. I loved this rainbow theme, lots of color, brightness, and fun, which I really enjoyed. And then this one was the total opposite of that. It was more neutral, more farmhouse feels, very kind of chillax. Not great usually for me to get me going and get me interested in working out, but it was nice to look at. It's very pretty and serene. I do like that aspect of it. I just do tend to work harder for some reason when the colors are brighter. It just gives me more energy, I think. But this is how it turned out, and I think it actually turned out pretty cute. I like the combination of the green and the pink, and like the olive tones really came together well with the black. So for this week, I decided to pull in some silver from the Trendsetter sticker book, and also some washi that I had with these like silver dots. I'm not sure if you can see the silver all that well, but there's a lot of silver even here at the top where it says workouts. I used a pen for that. Don't tend to lean towards silver that much in my spreads. One, because I find it hard to read even, when I'm sitting here in front of my planner. If the angle of the light isn't just right, it's hard to see what the stickers say, which I kind of feel like defeats the purpose. But I did like the colors in this. Again, rainbows, bright, always helpful for keeping me on track. And I think overall this was a good spread. And then this one, I believe, was for a plannable challenge in particular, going for gold. This was the start of the Olympics, and since Saturday is my rest day, I was able to put a little bit more decor here on Saturday, so I kind of made it into a gold metal ribbon. And then I think this was the wellness planning sticker book, if I'm not mistaken, something similar to that maybe, just to kind of bring in more of the gold. But yeah, so gold Olympic theme was what I was going for here. I think it turned out pretty good. I think there's some really good ideas here. Maybe could have been executed a little bit better, but overall I was happy with the result. And honestly, I really loved this theme. It's really subtle and simple, but I did some washi layering here and kind of put in some teals and some browns with a little bit of like a white textured washi on top, making this subtle wave ocean look at the bottom. And I just thought it turned out really good for being something so, I don't know, abstract. Liked that, loved this color scheme with the kind of aqua, blue, green, and then the burnt yellow tones for like the sunshine, and then the softer sand colors. The color scheme was just perfect, I felt, and I was digging the vibes. Very summery. Yeah, really enjoyed this spread a lot. And then here was my July spread or my July page for my health stats. And yeah, I really thought I did a lot worse in the beginning of the year. I really was doing much better than I thought I did. I think it just really fell apart once I started my class in September, which you're going to see. So I was pretty proud of myself. Now I'm looking back and saying, okay, I was doing good. I was doing good. Not as bad as I thought. August. So yeah, this one I kept really simple. I just threw down some washi tape and got the color scheme from there with the purple and the like teal green or aqua green. So I used that for the highlighting and kind of pulled that purple pink in a little bit here on the side. Decided to actually track how many of each supplement or medication I had taken throughout the month in a little summary here. And that was kind of helpful just to see certain things like, you know, if I'm taking a lot of allergy medicine a certain time of the month or, you know, time of the year, I mean, or whatever else I need to take and how I'm feeling, how it all relates. So this one was a really good spread, and that summary was really nice too to have there on the spread. For August, I pulled back out that whole long box in the middle that I got from EJ Joyful Plans and kind of did another take on that with the foliage, kind of jungle themes. I think the actual theme was Stay Wild or something like that for the Plantable Challenge. So I'm pretty sure this was related to a Plantable Challenge theme. I love the cheetah with sunglasses from the Happy Illustrations book, and just adding the sunglasses to it just makes my day. I don't know why, but it's just so, I don't know. It's a little happy moment for me on the spread. Did do some washi layering here, and I think that turned out really good, surprisingly, with the pink, kind of like a Miami feel with the pink and the green. This was a fun spread. I enjoyed it a lot. This one was also a Plantable Challenge theme. I'm almost 100% sure, and I want to say maybe Copper Tone Tan was the theme. And since I could not find a lot of copper stickers to make a full spread, kind of went more with the wrong tan colors and then pulled in just like a simple summer color scheme with some highlights of copper and kind of made that the theme. So hints of tanning, copper tone tan, all that good stuff, but not just all copper or all about you know, beach and tan. This one was pretty good. Color schemes are helpful. Like I said, rainbow. This is more of a gradient, more so than a rainbow, but I think that it turned out good. Yeah. This one was a really fun one. This one was my mermaid in training theme. It might have been for a Plantable Challenge too. I cannot remember 100% on this, but I ended up using that cloud washi, my Daiso cloud washi here as waves. Then I had some mermaid tails from a random sticker sheet I got from Hobby Lobby. Just added in some gold trimmings to kind of match up with those stickers and kept in the blue, purple, and green tones. And I thought that turned out really cute. Added a little bit of pen work in here to add some splashes. Overall, I think this one was really fun and turned out super cute. And this one was a back to school theme. I don't remember exactly what the theme was, but I ended up printing out just a plain doodle sheet, back to school items, and then using that as a background and layering over these colored boxes on top of it. Really liked that technique. Brought in some interest and some texture with the color scheme of the soft rainbow, which is always a favorite of mine. I was really happy with this one. Turned out great. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else really to say. Everything else is pretty much the same. And then here is my August health stats. Dropped a little bit back down to 4 goals met, but again, seasonal color scheme, simple bullet journal style. So next we're going to get into September. And here is how the September monthly looked. Just had some like long sticker, almost like a washi sticker in my stash, pulled in some color from that and added in a spread, or not a spread, a sticker. On the side, did a little bit of a summary of what I wanted this month, what I wanted to happen this month. And yeah, everything else again is the same. On this one, I believe it was something about sunsets. It was a theme for sure from the Plannable Challenge. And I used some washi tapes. I didn't quite have at my disposal all of the colors I really wanted to use, so it was a little bit hodgepodgey here. And then it has the gold sticker overlay, which you can see pretty well, I think, here on camera. Oh, I think it was like golden something. Oh, golden hour. That was the theme, golden hour, which is that hour right before sunset. So that's why I did like a sunset theme and then the gold highlights all over. Let's see. This one was okay. I wasn't in love with this one for sure, I remember, mainly because I really couldn't execute it the way I wanted. And there was just a lot of gold, not a lot of bright colors on this one. So could have been better, but I did enjoy it. Just not as much as I could have. So this week I picked up the Teacher Floral sticker book, and I really liked the florals in that book and the color schemes. So many cute stickers in there as far as these watercolor florals. I brought in some of the cooler tones here, and I did kind of like a triangular theme with like a, decor in the center here and then some like highlights in the corners, and that turned out really great. Really, I think I used the entire book just for this one spread, or not the entire book, but I used one book for the entire spread, and so that made it a lot easier to coordinate everything together, and I really like how it turned out. And this one, I got a little creative again and wanted to do a watercolor background with the boxes on top. This one I did like a watercolor on a separate sheet of paper and then glued it down as the background so that the pages themselves wouldn't wrinkle. And I think that worked a little bit better than actually doing it right on the page, because likelihood of that soaking through into the back of the page would have been really high. The idea was to kind of match up with the stickers that I had from one of the Color Story sticker books. I do like to use those books in my health planner because I usually don't need as many stickers to fill out a spread in my health planner. So I can pull in some of those random themes that don't have a lot of big decor stickers and kind of make them work using different techniques. So for this one, I use that watercolor background to kind of bring all of those random, I guess this would be like alcohol ink style stickers together and kind of make it all feel cohesive in the same color scheme. And this is also when I started my class in the beginning of September, so you're going to see all of my workouts are going to really drop off by the end of the year. And I'm losing my voice from talking for some reason. This one was awesome, actually. This was the first time I had done a full border spread in my health planner. Now it worked out great. I had picked up the Think Happy, not Think Happy, subliminal, the teacher, maybe it was called, no, it's called Fresh Start, sorry, Fresh Start sticker book on clearance. It wasn't a book that I was planning on getting. It's like a teacher back to school set. It's very teacher school focused, and I really didn't see a need for me to have it, but I think it was only $4 for the whole sticker book on clearance. So I ended up picking it up, and I had a bunch of these really cool apples in there. So I thought that would be a nice health theme, especially in September, apple season, and just the color schemes are kind of a little bit muted, but somewhat bright. So that was kind of fun to bring those in, just do something a little different with the whole full border, and I really like how it turned out. And then on this one I decided to do more of like a pumpkin spice theme. Coffee is kind of my go-to, and again I did some watercolor styling in here, but not 100%. I did it really light, again, so that the page would, you know, retain its integrity, but I wanted to bring in a little bit more color in here. Have some orange tones. This was a, you know, mix of different things, plus some marker spice dots all the way down the page and down the decor area. Moved the workouts into this section and just used that whole top half for decor, and I think it turned out really great. Here we have the September health stats, and as you can see, plummeted most of my stats down and only got 3 for this month. Again, just because that class that I've been taking this semester has just really taken up all of my evening time, which is when I usually work out. So I'm going to try to be more diligent about finding the time, even with everything I have going on. But yeah, things really definitely went down at the end of the year. So here's how October turned out, and this is just a kind of a generic warm toned theme with the fall feels. I had this Fox washi tape, which usually doesn't go with anything, so I like it in a sense, but it really, like I said, doesn't usually go with anything else I have. Brought it in here for some added color and interest. Put some goals on the side. Same thing with the little summary of my health and the symbology for my meds and supplements. And then this one took me a long time to put together, but I think it turned out really cute. This one was my fall break spread. I had a little bit of a break between modules in my class, and so I put it down for this week. It worked out great. I also had these random leaf stickers and these kind of fun but a little bit funky fall colors with the hot pink mixed in and the deep purples. Added in some pumpkins, again going towards those fall feels. The color scheme being a bit unconventional. So really, this one was a fun one. I really loved the dimensionality of the leaves blowing in the wind. I think that turned out really good and was worth the time and effort I ended up putting in just to make that happen. But overall, I think the spread was a really good one. Oh, this one was definitely the This Witch's Brew for the Plantable Challenge theme. I had a few stickers that I wanted to use up, and I thought that the coffee focus was, you know, enough to really carry the theme without making it too much, if you know what I mean. This one turned out pretty good. I really liked the purple in this. It was nice and bright and fun, and the orange worked out well with the kind of black and gold accents. And this one, I don't remember if there was a theme with it, but I would just remember kind of throwing some squad girls down, wanting some fall feels, and then tying them in with these like plain black quotes I got from the I think that's Happy Goals sticker book. So I added in the black kind of with this random theme, and I think bringing in the color per day, or the rainbow colors, that's what it was. The rainbow colors here made me like it a little bit more, because before it felt a little bit, I don't know, just kind of plain, and so having that nice color scheme brought in using my mild liners really helped, I think, me enjoy the spread a bit more. So this one was really good in the long run, but it took me a little while to really figure out what I wanted to do here. And then this one has some pluses and some minuses. This one I was going for more like a pumpkin patch at night type of theme. I think I had used some watercolor creams at the top to make kind of like a night sky. And I did that because, again, there's some stickers with a background of black on it, so I felt like I needed to have it on a black background. And when I did that, yeah, you really couldn't see them because they're actually clear stickers and not paper stickers, so the black really toned down the bright oranges in the stickers themselves. So instead I just wrote over them with my white pen to kind of bring out the stars a little bit there. I added this moon in later down the road after somebody suggested it would be really nice to have the moon kind of highlighting the spread, if you will. So I had this from another spread that I used some watercolor for, and I had punched it out so it was like a moon ready to go, and I just stuck it down there and adjusted a few things. I think I moved this just down a little bit so I could put the moon up here in the top, and that worked out fine. That's how it turned out. So good things and some things I wish would have been a little bit different, or I had planned a little differently for, but overall the technique is kind of cool. Just adding the white on top of those clear stickers really helped, I think, make the stickers pop. And then we have the October page. Orange, of course, very seasonal theme for October. Picked up a little bit on my stats, but not a whole lot. So here is my November monthly, and this one, I think I got the color scheme from just like this Comfy Cozy sticker and this Thankful sticker, which was, I think, from one of the newer fall sticker books. And then I just added in some washi to tie in those colors and themed it out in that same color scheme. Goals on the side. Same old, same old. This one was fun. This one was a rainbow theme, but I kind of used these quote stickers running down the page, almost like paint drips, if you will, more abstract. Have a lot of those theme stickers, and I did something similar to this in my horizontal on the edges, I think last year, not this year, but last year, and it turned out really cute. So I thought it would be nice to try it a little bit different spin on it here in the health spread. Simple rainbow spread though, not much else going on. And yeah, I think the idea of it really came together nicely. And this page is stuck together for some reason. Let's see why. Oh, so I decided to try out the wellness layout this week on this spread, and I really liked the styling of the spread. I mixed together some of the seasonal florals that I picked up at that sticker book, I think that week or the week before. And then I added in a little bit of texture with these crosses from the Watercolor Gold sticker book. Loved the effect. It was a nice change from the standard health layout, which has like a large box, small box, large box, small box. This one has more of a small, large, and so it kind of flips things around a little bit on you. So I was able to put stat stickers at the top and use these two center boxes for the kind of main decor area on this one. So I liked how that turned out. It led me to actually decide to use this spread type for 2022. It's just different enough that it gives me some new ideas and ways to use it, but similar enough that I can still see where everything is going to go into the page. And then this one was my second attempt at the Mad for Plaid theme for the Plannable Challenge. I had done it in my horizontal and it didn't feel very plaid to me, so I wanted to try it again here in my health and a little bit more plaid. I really like this layering of the corners here, kind of trying to create like those plaid feels with the layering of the colors and the stripes. It took me a while to get this spread going though, as I recall, but it was fun to do it a little bit different, you know, focused in on the corners. Again, moving the stats up instead of at the bottom. Yeah, really good. And then this one should have been awesome, but I just did not love it in the end. I had these golden vegetable stickers for a really long time, and I love the idea of them, but they're so light. They just, I don't know. They look really good when I layered them on top of the solid vegetable stickers, but the ones that are just kind of floating, I felt like just was not enough to bring enough energy to the spread. I also didn't really care for the placement of some of these things across the middle here. I think I would have been better if I had mixed it up a little bit better. But overall, the spread turned out pretty good. I still love the rainbow across the page. That worked out well. And I love the idea of the theme, kind of like health-focused theme. Veggie-focused theme is always a good one. And then this was my November health stats. Again, only 3 goals met, which is going to be normal as we go to the end of 2021. Just kind of picked a color that I thought matched with November, and that was it. And lastly, we have for December, I did a very simple kind of holiday-esque monthly theme. I used my Holiday Spice sticker book from Recollections, which you're going to see a lot of in my planners in December. It was a really great book. November too, for the holiday season. Pulled in some green and maybe like a little bit of this burnt red, brown tone, but really kind of focused more on the green on this spread. Goals, again, a very simple theme. Put a little bit of washi on the edges just for some added texture and interest, but overall, again, very simple. In this one, I used Amber Plans Her Day sticker book and did a little bit different arrangement on this spread here. I stuck with the red, kind of mustard yellow and green theme, pulling from the colors in these stickers, and focus a bit here on the top corner and the bottom corner, so it left a little bit of a split here with my activity section. Usually I don't like to do something like that, but I really wanted to try these 2 corners as focus areas on a spread, and I think it worked out pretty well. It helped adding in a little bit more of a definition of where I was going to track these so that I would know where visually to go to look for where to put it. Sometimes I get a little lost if things aren't where I expect them to be, but I think that worked out well with the little prompt creations I made with these. I don't know if I filmed this guy or not, because there was a lot of cutting and pasting and kind of making it work for me, but this one I liked in the end. It really ended up turning out pretty well, I thought, for being a little bit hodgepodgey. And this one was just a traditional Christmas ornament holiday type theme. I believe I used the newest Christmas sticker book for this, so just put the ornaments down for tracking my workouts, which were pretty weak. And we have, again, intermittent fasting information and food and stats and habits and goals. And this one I really liked a lot. This one was for the evergreen theme for the Plannable Challenge. So I did a little Christmas tree farm and used that Holiday Spice sticker book again for this. Loved how it turned out. Put a little bit of not really stamp, well, I guess it was stamp ink that I put in, kind of like brushed it in and around the trees to kind of make them grounded there somewhere on the page instead of just floating in the air. And then tried to write in my workouts around there, but as you can see, there was like 0 workouts. I don't think I worked out really hard at all in December. I think I did like 2 walks and nothing else. So a lot of filming for you guys, which was great. I did have my class. It was keeping me busy, and you know, just the holiday season itself and all the things you have to do. So it really, everything just dropped off 100% in December, but we're picking it back up in 2022. I also added a little bit more of that green here at the bottom, which I think added a nice little touch extra to the spread. Whew. Barely talk anymore, you guys. Really, it's like I'm losing my voice. Lastly, oh no, I think there's one more after this. So this was Christmas week, and this one I just threw some stuff together. I just wanted it to be bright and fun. Tried a little bit of a ripped paper technique in the corners again. I added these cars in at the end, but I really like how it turned out. Yeah, I mean, not a real focus in certain colors or anything like that. I just kind of threw it all in and made it a very merry and bright Christmas. That's how this one came out, and I liked it. I thought it turned out really good. So this one, there was no setup. This was the very last week of the year, and I was on vacation from social for these days. So what I decided to do was just throw some stickers here in the sidebar, do a little something rainbow simple across the middle, and really journal in a little bit more about what I was doing each day, since I wasn't really working out. Still keeping my intermittent fasting information, food, stats, that kind of stuff, but keeping it a little bit more about what I was doing for the week as opposed to how I was working out. Did do one workout here, which I kind of highlighted a little bit, but then still journaled how my day went. So that's another way you could use the health layout, using it to journal here instead, and then track other things. Yeah, this one was, simple, but it worked out perfectly for my vacation week. And lastly, we have my December stats, again, color coded in blue, kind of more of a winter color. Still only met 3 goals, but that's not too bad for not really working out the whole month. And that is my health planner for 2021. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below, and go ahead and leave me a comment if you'd like to get in touch. Also, think about subscribing to my channel if you want to see more videos like this. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye!